Okay, we are back, and it is part 3 of the transmission build, which hopefully is going to be the last part. As you can kind of see behind me here, we got it flipped up, so we've just got to do the valve body and the accumulator mods. We'll go over those, and pretty much just put it all back together. So I'm excited to get this done, get it out of the way. As you might have noticed, I've got the some other stuff in the works. We'll be getting to that here pretty shortly. So just going through everything for the valve body, the accumulator delete, all that. So basically that involves either replacing this and using a plate, or in our case, we're going to drill and tap that little hole down there and put plugs in them. And then that will effectively do the same thing as a block-off plate. All right, and there we have it. We've got the set screws in each hole, as you can see right there. Didn't tap them all the way through, basically just tapped them until they're kind of flush with the edge. It shouldn't really matter, really all it's doing is blocking off that circuit that goes there, and that actually connects through here and here. So this is going to give us a lot firmer shift on the 2 to 3 and the 3 to 4. There's our deleted 3, 4. I think I'm going to keep the 1, 2 on this one. I have deleted them in the past on race car type things, but it caused the 1 to 2 to be pretty hard. So I'm just putting the new seals on the 1, 2 accumulator piston, and new seals on everything else. We got a new separator plate, all new electronics, new pressure control. So put that all in the transmission. Gasket down, separator plate on there, and then our accumulator has going to be blocked off. We're just going to torque it down now. These ones are 97 inch-pounds. So, change this to inch-pounds and then go down to 97. Perfect. And I need an extension again. There you go, over. Okay, here we go, final assembly. Already torqued these bolts. Check to make sure that this is all nice and smooth. It's all good. Use a flat file for that. And then we gotta put our valves in, accumulator, and then put the valve body on. We got these lubed up, all nice new seals. Got my little spring in there. Put it like that. Make sure it doesn't bind up. And then we got the accumulator and the reverse pin. Sometimes this can be a pain in the ass to get going, but I usually just like to get started. Right like that. And like that. See if it'll go. Okay, perfect. Okay, 97 inch-pounds. Got it. That was 100. Close enough. And then I like to just go around. Sometimes it'll take a little bit more. Sometimes I won't. Okay, Okay, so the next step, once we're here, is we have to remember to put our check balls in. So there are 4 that we're going to be using for this kit. And they go in these locations here. So we've got 2 here. And if you're upside down, like if you're doing this in a vehicle, you can always put Vaseline or petroleum jelly or whatever installation jelly is going to be on there. And that will retain them. So that one and this one. Put the case side gasket on and then the valve body. Where all these start. Seems like a little tight, but we got to go. Okay, that should be all of them. Then we go around and torque them all. Go through and torque these. 97 inch-pounds. Prefer to kind of start in the middle and then work my way out. And then obviously at the end I kind of go top to bottom. Is that one ready? Any you missed? These 2. Okay, I think that's all of them, so I just start at the top and work my way down. Kind of go left and down. Okay. Good. Leave that one until we put the lube line on. I like having the beep. Makes it mindless. Don't have to look at it. Oh, didn't do this one apparently. That's why we check. Okay, now we do these ones. And we'll put this on. Okay. That is all of them. Also got a nice new harness. And it goes like this. Right there. Let's push that in all the way after. Got these 2 guys here. One looks like this. Sit down. And like this. And here. Click. Put this in our little clips. Of course, the zip tie's right in the way. There we go. And there we go. Well, always seems to be the case. All I gotta do is put the gasket back on, the pan on, and the filter. But the filter that I had is actually a Turbo 400 filter. I thought it was a 480 one, so we will grab one of those and I will show you that like that. All right, we're back. And now I have a head, hopefully. Just to find out when I go to edit this. But we picked up our 4L80E filter, so we're just gonna throw that on. And the other thing that I wanted to do is I need to get a dipstick from Mopac there, Fino. And that way I can fit it just to make sure that we got the right level. So I'm going to do that, and then we'll put this on the pan, and then we're good to go. Okay, last piece of the puzzle showed up. This is our trans dipstick. The low car ones, you know, I like them just because of the aesthetic appeal, but you have to be careful with them because they don't always have the correct length. Now, what I've been told is apparently there is a little set screw in here that we can actually use to change the level on this, so that's what we're going to check right now. Got this piece all assembled so that this isn't going to change, so the dipstick actually seats against this part, so if you have this like turned out, then it's not going to give the correct reading. So we got that all seated. I'm going to put it in the transmission now. Already got the seal in there that it comes with. Not a ton, just enough so it goes through the seal nice and doesn't mess the seal up. Okay, that is fully seated. Let's see if we can see a little better here. So if you look in there, you can see the tube is fully seated. And it's fully seated against the case. Now we're going to measure where it comes out. Let's see if I can get a better view here. So it's supposed to be about a 1/4 inch, full is supposed to be about a 1/4 inch higher than this rail. So, put the dipstick in. And this one is showing full right, like probably just a tiny bit under the rail. So we're gonna have to go down a little bit. All right, so as you can see, this piece pulls, there's a little set screw right here, and this piece pulls out of there. So we might have to shorten the cable. I'm going to try it again, now that I've got the thing out. Okay, so it got a little lower just by not having to do anything. But I'd like to shorten it about another 1/4 inch or so. So just grab whatever good snips you got and give it a little snip on that. So that should make it a little shorter now. So let's see. So now we are looking like full is kind of right. It's about 1/2 inch down probably. So I'm going to pull it out of there just a little bit. Okay, pulled it out of there about a 1/4 inch and then tighten the set screw down again. So let's see where we're at. And there we go. I'd say our full is probably, so like basically the middle of the, at capacity line is right at the rail, and full is about a 1/4 inch down from that. So we're good to go. Okay, dipstick is done. Got that in there, seated and calibrated. So now we just gotta put our filter on. I did put a new little seal in here already, so it should just press in there nice and easy. Oh yeah, nice and snug. And then you just kind of rotate it so it's sitting on there nice. That's good. And then just the pan. Rubber gasket. I did clean the panel out, obviously. Got my magnet on there. I kind of washed off the underside, but I haven't done anything with that yet. Once it's all together, I'm going to do a final clean and then paint it. Clean up all the holes. And get our bolts going. Maybe I'll start the 4 corners to make sure that's going to be good. Okay, zap these babies down. I don't know what 10 mil go. I lost my 10 mil. Just kidding, it was only in the torque wrench. So again, we're just going to kind of zap these down. We're not torquing them with this. We're going to torque them with the torque wrench. With these rubber seals, I find that you really got to be careful. Okay, you got the tap. Looks like it's M8 by 1.25. Started nice. A little bit of shit. Maybe just some dirt and shit in there. It looks like it. I'm sure you can see that. Looks like it just picked up some crud. So probably would have went down if we sent it, but rather make sure. Don't want to be stripping any of these threads out. Oh yeah, that feels better. Perfect. So our torque specs on these are going to be 815 foot-pounds. I did just look it up, and I can't remember if I finished what I was saying before, but so with these rubber gaskets, you don't really want to compress it too much, otherwise that can cause you issues. So you want to go right to torque spec. Okay, got it set on 18 foot-pounds. I've already kind of torqued them down a little bit, so I'm not really too worried about crisscross or anything like that. And by torqued them down, I just snugged them up with the impact. So we'll go around twice, make sure that they're tight. Okay, once for good measure. And we are done. That was a little of a long haul, sorry, hopefully I kind of condensed it enough for you, but yeah, some decent information in there.